someone to have a spin. Though, personally, I don't necessarily want Max to have a downfall. But hey, here we are. We've got the medium sort of range of tyre compounds. We've got the C4 as the soft, the C3 as the medium, and the C2 being the hard as well. We've got the, you think Oscar Piastri will be the World Drive Championship? World Drive Champion. I don't disagree with you. I don't. I cannot stream the audio. I have done in the past, but I have got in trouble for it, so we're not going to do that again. Let's run through the starting grid here for round 12 at Silverstone, the Great Britain, the British Grand Prix. Franco Colapinto in P20. I believe he is starting in the pit lane with Nico Hülkenberg in P19. Ollie Behrman in 18th. He did qualify 8th, but of course he got that 10th-place grid penalty, and alongside him is Lance Stroll for the team's home Grand Prix there. Gabby Bortoleto P16. After a good weekend last weekend, it's going to be an uphill climb with Lawson in 15th. Esteban Ocon finishes 14th, with Alex Albon in 13th. He'll be disappointed not to have made it through into Q3. Isak Hadjar, look, it's not the worst result, P12, but Sonoda unable to get into Q3. He's in P11. Antonelli also didn't make it into Q3, but he's made it through thanks to the penalties for Behrman. He's P10 with Carlos Sainz in P9. Gasly's 8th, Alonso's 7th. It was a decent weekend so far for the Aston Martin pace. We've got a third row all Ferrari, Charles Leclerc in 6th with Hamilton in 5th, looking to get on the podium yet again. George Russell's 4th. Lando Norris lines up on the second row in 3rd, and he'll have a lovely little look down the back of Max Verstappen, with Oscar Piastri having that inside line into turn 1 in 2nd. Max Verstappen obviously starting on pole after a stellar lap yesterday. This is going to be a very good race. Obviously, it's going to be mixed conditions. If you guys might have been watching Formula 2 earlier on today, even Formula 3 as well, it was wet, it was slippery, and the strategy was very up in the air. Alonso asking what is the latest forecast, and they're expecting around lap 15, heavy rain. 15 to 17, they say. Heavy rain cell. So what that means is obviously a large area which is suspected rainfall will be passing through. Now, how much effect that actually takes upon the racing, we will have to wait and see. But it is a dry start, so no concerns there. Colapinto, if it starts raining now, Colapinto will be very happy. But it's everyone on the dries. Ironically, no, it's the Inters. I was wrong, guys. It's the Inters. I was absolutely sent. I was sold a dream, you might even say. Ollie is 18th. He had a 10-place grid penalty for an incident in practice 3 yesterday. He crashed on pit entry. So we're gonna have an interesting little situation here. So they're starting on the Inters because the track itself is still quite damp. So it's not a dry start. However, until lap 15, there isn't going to be any more rain, at least, predicted. Which means that it's going to dry up incredibly quickly. Incredibly quickly. So, do we see someone box for softs or something before that wet period comes back again? Maybe. Here we go. Formation lap is underway. Do people box at the end of the formation lap for softs if it is necessary? So the Colapinto call might actually work. Low-key, it might work. I said it right, how he might want to box in if it dries up. And if Colapinto decides that he might want to take that gamble, he could put on a soft tyre here. I don't think he will, but because it does look quite damp. Martin Brundle, though, is saying that he thinks that people will wish they won slicks. So we could actually see a Hungary 2021 or 22 again. Low key. I think I might have predicted the future yet again. Let's have a look. Let's see how this all plays out. Yeah, there's no standing water. This is going to be Hungary all over again. Guys, Max was... Okay, if anyone here remembers Hungary 2021, 22, whatever it was, Lewis Hamilton was in pole position, and he didn't come in. He stayed out. Now, this is going to be chaos in the pit lane. I think we could see everything jumble up. Because I do believe that people are going to want to box for softs. There's a little bit of spray, but they're really having to look for it. They're trying to cool down the tyres. Are they going to come in? Let's have a look. Let's see what's going to happen here. Elle, thank you for the follow. Welcome along. Eli, sorry. This is going to be great. Yeah. So obviously the problem here... Hang on. Get ready to box. Yeah, they're boxing. So Colapinto is actually not going to lose out all that much at all. I said it. What did I say, guys? Look at me, Mystic over here. Every time, baby. Every time. Yeah, this is mental. Yeah, flashback to Hungary, Crofty says. This will be interesting. Does everyone come in? Because look, they're looking for the wet little... I mean, end of Sector 3 is wet, but the rest of the track is absolutely not. Let's see, does anyone come in? Okay, no, Sector 3 is wet. Sector 3 is wet. That's crazy. I love the mixed conditions in the track. So no one's boxed. No one's... Oh no, we've got some people in. Some people are in. Is that one of the Aston Martins? Who is that? Russell's in. Leclerc's in. Hamilton stayed out. So they're splitting. Wait, is it only George who's coming in? Hang on. So George is starting from the pit lane. Okay. Okay, one of the Racing Bulls. The Saubers are in. Aston Martin's on the grid. Anyone else staying out on the grid? Here we go. So we have got a split. There is some confusion, though. Yeah, last sector is too wet for slicks. It's funny because people came through into the pits without seeing how wet it was. This is going to be an incredible start. There's a lot of vacant space down the inside there. Alonso is going to have to try and dive down the inside of the Ferrari of Lewis Hamilton there. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Green flags now are waving. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights are on, and we are racing in Silverstone for the British Grand Prix. Max gets a lovely little start around the outside, but even better, it's Oscar Piastri down the inside. He's not going to be able to get the move done because 1, it's wet, and 2, it was never on. Alonso's getting pushed off there by Pierre Gasly, and there's not really been any change so far to my eye. The McLaren's now going side by side with a Ferrari diving down the inside. Lando Norris not getting the exit he would have wanted, and right now Max Verstappen enjoying the advantage of that freer air and has already pulled quite the sizable gap to Oscar Piastri, who still holds P2 from his teammate. Now, in that slipstream, Lando is going to want to get past. We've got a yellow flag, track hazard in Sector 1. That's going to probably be between those that were exiting the pit lane, I would have to imagine. The McLarens now are bunching all the way through the long right-hander that we have here. Also getting a little bit wide, but carrying that speed better for the exit. Green flags now. That does look like an Alpine of Franco Colapinto. Liam Lawson have made contact, is my prediction. Colapinto now not actually making it out of the pit lane, and Liam Lawson has parked it. I believe we have our first retirement from this race. Ocon has got damage, he says, so maybe it wasn't. Has Colapinto even started the race? Maybe he hasn't. Interesting. We are still racing through Sector 2 and 3. The Racing Bull, Liam Lawson, it looks like he's retiring. But I don't know, he was moving along the track still. Was he looking for a better place to pull off? Lewis Hamilton is looking for a place to pull off this move through the right-hander. He's heading into the final sector now. Going to dive around the outside if he can. Later on the brakes, he's going to put the pressure on Lando Norris. He has to take the thinner, or the narrower line. Hamilton was eyeing up a little move there that is reminiscent of a few years ago with a through goes Hamilton. He almost got the move done on Lando there, but Lando, a little bit wobbly, he actually compromised Lewis, and now he's got Pierre Gasly for company, who is actually pulling out to the side. Because of all this spray, it's impossible to see what is happening out in front of you. You've got a virtual safety car now, though, and I would have to say that's because everyone's come back around where Liam Lawson is, who hasn't managed to get out of danger just yet. And that is the end of lap 1, start of lap 2, and it is Liam Lawson. Yeah, so floor damage and a puncture for Liam Lawson. He has retired. I believe this might turn to be a full safety car. You've also got to consider the conditions. So they'll likely need to get some level of machinery on to retrieve that vehicle, and with the conditions, they won't want to risk anything at all. Is it ready for slicks though now that we've removed some of the standing water? Though the slick tires right now are slower. Let's have a look. Yeah, there's a lot of spray. George Russell started 4th, is now 14th. So angry about Liam right now. Why is that? What's the problem with that? Why is Colapinto out? I don't know. Maybe he didn't start. He retired. So Ocon, Lawson on the outside. What's happened? Oh, okay. That's a really big incident. That's look, honestly, it's a bit of a racing incident. There was 3 wide there. Oh, Liam, I don't know. I think Liam did turn in like he wasn't there. Oh yeah, he's got broken suspension. In his defense, he had someone down his inside. He had nowhere to go. Yeah, look, that's unfortunate. Liam, oh, virtual safety car still. Oscar's getting really nice and close to Verstappen. We do have some people coming in. Is that Hamilton into the pits? Antonelli, sorry. So Antonelli is in. He's popping on the hards. It's not an awful shout. The only thing is that I would say that maybe it is an awful shout is that rain is predicted relatively soon, no? I thought we were saying around lap 15 to 17 was a heavy rainfall. And in the case that you'd want to switch back over to another set of inters, you don't really want to be on the hard, which is hard to get up to temperature in a short window, and also not going to be going that long anyway. Oh, Antonelli unable to stay on the track under virtual safety car right now. This is going to be quite the interesting race. So, okay, they are pushing Lawson's car. They don't need a full safety car. Ocon on the radio. The whole track is good apart from slicks. For slicks apart from the last few corners. And that is pretty much to be expected, right? I mean, we can see it right there. It's pretty blatantly obvious, no? Look, the amount of spray in Sector 3 is still pretty crazy. From the exit of Beckett's onwards, it's pretty wet. So yeah, look at this race start. We did have Oscar get a really nice launch, particularly the second phase. But yeah, that spray is mental already. Did Alonso go off track there? No, he's fine. He's fine. The conditions, it's chill. Yeah, this is going to be interesting. How quickly can it dry up? With a bit of a virtual safety car here, this will allow them to neutralize it a bit, because driving around here, naturally, they're going to be clearing a little bit of water, taken that it's not still wet or still raining. Lewis almost makes contact with Lando there. That would have been absolutely diabolical for the two of them in their home race. What do we think of the Chrome McLaren, by the way, guys? Because I'm quite the fan, personally. Yeah, so Ocon couldn't go any further left because he's got Tsunoda there. Yeah, there's nothing Ocon can do about that. Lawson, unfortunately, was not aware that there was 2 cars. Yeah. You gotta feel bad. Lando's done well to keep that with Hamilton. Did he go off the track? I don't think so. I think he still had one on the white line. Leclerc's in 15th. Antonelli is 13th. Antonelli's the first of the dry compound runners. And he has just put those on. So VSC is now ending. Verstappen is peeling off. Yeah, I think if you can make the inters last in for these next 10 laps, you'll be totally fine. Here we go. Max Verstappen is 6/10 ahead of Oscar Piastri. Got the Williams. Oh, and that is Gabby Bortoleto now, who is out of this race. It's lap 4, and we've already had 3 DNFs. That is not ideal. Putting on the slicks has not worked. And I'll tell you what is interesting. Oh, hang on, he's moving, but he has no rear wing, I think. So we'll see if he can actually get around the track. I have a feeling that he might get black flagged, or whatever it is for that. We are green again, though, which is good news for everybody else who is racing. Yeah, I mean, if you're watching, if Colapinto's not in the race, let's have a look at this for Bortoletto. He just doesn't have any grip. That's crazy. Yeah, he's not going to be able to continue in this race. He's just going to have to drive it around and box. He he should get black flag because that rear wing's about to drop off. There you go. There it went. It dropped. He's actually going to get a fine for that, I think. Yeah, I think he'll get in trouble for that. Who scored good points last time from middle back markers just died in the first 5 laps? Oh, everyone who did, yeah. Leah. Bordeletto's going to have to retire. It's alright, so we're having a look now. Max Verstappen and Oscar Piastri. Oscar's got a nice line through there. Oscar is looking pretty racy here. Holy moly. We've got another yellow flag now. It's another. Is that for Gabby Bortoletto? Is he retiring along this on the side of the track, or what is happening? Because we've got yellow flags now, then they're not going to be able to be racy. Ocon Lawson, no investigation. That makes sense. It was a racing incident. What happened to Lawson? He was he collided with. It is Bortoletto. He's off to the side. Yeah, he's retiring the car on track. Is this going to be another BSE, or has he made it to an exit road? That will be the matter. Yeah, Max is absolutely sliding everywhere. Oscar also obviously not going to have the best time, but he's looking racier than Max is on these tyres in this condition. I think, so the Red Bull has a narrower rear wing than the McLarens. They've opted for a less rear downforce, but that means in these conditions, when you really do need every bit of grip you can, he's going to struggle a bit more, and I think that's something that's playing effect here. Virtual safety car once again, and that's going to be for Gabby. Mate, start, stop. We're only on lap 6, mate. Are they going to be able to, they should be able to push that one, though, again, right? Surely he would have been able to get that closer to an exit road, no? Just you know, thinking out loud. Let's have a look. So the two Mercedes, both on hard compound tyres. Russell making the move past Antonelli. And much quicker, he says, so they swap places. That makes sense. I mean, he had a lap or two more to get those hards up to temp, right? So, makes sense, naturally. Yeah, so Max is sliding absolutely everywhere. Just look at the car control, though, because even with that huge spin, it still looked completely intentional the whole way through. We do have a problem. Of course, there's going to be a lot of rain coming through soon. But the major issue is the following. Those inters that they're staying on are likely to be quite torn, and will be closer to what they call a slick to mediate, probably, by that time when the rain comes in than they are to an original inter. They'll probably be more 50% over. And with that said, they'll probably need to switch over to a new set anyway. So, if the rain comes in any more than 10 minutes, those on the slicks, if the track dries more within a lap or two, they could be a good few seconds a lap quicker there for a couple laps, and maybe the slicks might just survive this first period. That said, they are 20 seconds back, so it's going to be a big miracle needed. Another virtual safety car, and it's definitely not going to be the last. I do believe that to be the case. I'll be shocked if it's the last. Here you go. So Stroll's putting on the softs. That's going to be a bold strategy. So they think that the track is dry enough to gain over 20 seconds on these softs. And then, you know what? I think this actually might be a masterclass. Brewdog, thank you for the follow. Welcome along, everyone. Hey guys, welcome to the stream today. If you're new here, first of all, it's a pleasure to have you along. We've got Kevin Magnussen right now in the Sauber pit lane. Oh, the garage, sorry. VSC is ending again. Get back up to racing speeds. Oh, we are underway. I'm tired. Here we go. Oscar Piastri is all over Max here and look to have better grip in these conditions right now. This is going to be an interesting watch to see what is the better tire to be on. I think Stroll, if we watch the gap to Ocon, is going to be quicker. I think it is the better choice to be on the soft right now than the Inter. He's gaining a hell of a lot. As is Oscar, he's going to try and have a look at a move. So what you're seeing there is Max taking a wide line so that he can find the wet patch, and it has worked well. He cooled down the tires temporarily. Still no DRS, so that's going to be insane. Stroll Masterclass on its way. Yeah, I'm not going to be shocked because he's gained 2-3 seconds on Max there in just one sector. So if this rain takes 7 laps or so, it'll be 3 seconds, 3 seconds quicker, right? So, what does that tell you? Stroll might actually be on. Though Max is pushing on quite a lot now. Oscar Piastri now open. DRS is on. It is open. Here we go. Into Brooklands. He's going for the switchback sort of line. And he's going to get from the left to the right. Oh, this is going to be great. They're going to be side by side into Cops if we get this right. Oscar gets a much better exit there. He's absolutely flying. He'll get a huge amount of slipstream here, heading towards Cops. I don't think you go side by side in the Cops, Oscar. I don't think it's worth it. He knows better. He's not doing a Hamilton from back in the day. But Max has taken a wider line. Through Maggots and Beckett's, Oscar's going to try the switch back from the very start. If you can switch back from the first bit, you can carry that through every other section. If you can get a good exit, let's have a look. Oh, Max is sliding. Max is majorly sliding, and Oscar's going to have DRS. Oscar's got him here now. Start of sector 3 now. Boom. This is going to be an easy pass. A little bit of battery. Open DRS. And that's going to be beautiful. On the brakes. Into Stowe. Oscar is in the lead. Let's go, baby. Gives him a little squeeze. Let him know this is where I'm at. And let's see what Oscar's pace is now out in front. Obviously, we're going to have the DRS from Verstappen behind. Lance Stroll, by the way, is now right on the back of Esteban Ocon. It is raining, though, George Russell says, though we know that George isn't necessarily the most reliable weatherman, as he has been wrong in the past, but I do believe him. This is going to be very interesting. Oscar's already pulled off a second from Max. There's your representative pace. See you later. Thank you very much. Oscar Piastri is flying. Come on. But yeah, so Lance is now falling off. Again, it does look like it is wet again. Yep. Come on, Kimmy. All over Leclerc now. He's kept it. He has kept it. But they are so slow. They're almost going to want to put on a new Inter soon here. It's going to need to be done. Oscar is almost 2 seconds now out the front of Max Verstappen. Oscar Piastri is just that good. How about it? There we go. Stroll does get past Ocon. However, it's only going to be drying out through a little bit of Sector 1 and looking sort of Maggots Beckett's on that back side of the track. Obviously, we've got elevation change that takes into effect. Kimi and Leclerc here are battling it out on the mediums. Leclerc looks like he's going to get the exit, but he might tap wheels if they're not careful on the exit into Copse. Does he try and drop the battery and send it, or I think he might give it a crack? You know, he's going to dummy to the right, go to the left. You can see there are raindrops now on the onboard camera. It is starting to come back down now. Oscar 2.7 seconds now out in front from Max Verstappen in just less than a lap. So what does that tell you? Holy, my guy is absolutely cooking. On board with Lance Stroll now. He's still on the softs and still putting in decent pace. But as you can see, the raindrops are starting to come down quite heavy now in Sector 3. Charles Leclerc now going straight past Kimi Antonelli. Hülkenberg is into the pits, and I have to presume that's for a new set of inters. Wait, or is that a glitch? I don't know what's happening. We do have some people into the pits. Antonelli is into the pits. Interesting. So Stroll stayed out. Leclerc stayed out. So we're seeing Antonelli in. Hülkenberg is in. So in for a new set of inters. This is very interesting. This is going to be a great little race here. We're going to see a lot of interesting strategy. If you're Max Verstappen, do you just box now? Because Oscar's pace is that good. And clearly your tyres are cooked. Oscar would stay out right now, absolutely, until Max boxes or something like that. Lance Stroll, let's have a look. Yeah, they've boxed nice and early for the inters. Antonelli's pace is going to be a good one to watch on that fresh set of inters. It's going to be hard to bring them in nicely, though, because obviously you want as much tread on that as you can when the rain starts to come. But going out slightly prematurely means that you're not going to be able to maintain that as much. So it's a bit of a trade-off of getting onto the inters first and getting them to a point where they don't wear too much before they come in. Lando is all over the back of Verstappen. Yeah, Max is really considering boxing now. He's not, though, on this time around. I feel like we might see it next lap. Remember, we initially said lap 15 to 17 rain. We're seeing it on lap 10, so that just goes to show how unpredictable the conditions are. Should Oscar pit? No, not yet, I don't believe. This is, this is getting quite wet out there. Oscar is in a position where he is still pulling away from the pack. DRS is disabled again now, so yeah, it is quite wet. Leclerc is in now. And that has to be done, you know. Oh, it's bucketing. Look at that. Oscar Piastri. It is bucketing. Could you almost see this out for wets? No, surely not. Not quite. I think you might almost box for new inters. Lando now coming down towards Brooklands, I think it is. Sliding all over the back of Max Verstappen with more pace. But does Piastri come in now? Because it's probably smarter. Or does he just maintain where he's at now because he's actually not doing too bad? So the gap back, if Piastri was to pit now, the problem is that you've got other people as traffic. Lando's all over the back of Max now. Dive into the right-hand side. Max better know he's there. Piastri is coming in. It's going through Maggots and Beckett's now. Looking at Lando all over the back of Max. He's going to get him, hopefully. Oh, Max is almost off. Max is off, guys. Max onto the grass. He has to take to the escape road, and Lando Norris goes through. That Red Bull not being able to manage in these conditions. I said it before. I tell you what, they've dropped all of the downforce for that straight line speed. Fastest in the speed trap. That's fabulous. But you don't need that right now in these conditions Oscar is in, as is Norris. They're double stacking at McLaren. Max is coming in. Lando might lose the position back on Verstappen, though, due to the double stack. So this is going to be an interesting watch. McLaren need to have a perfect double stop, and they have. They've double stacked to perfection. That is beautiful. Can they get it? So 3.1's not that quick. The rear left has gone on slow. It's a slow stop for Lando. That's not ideal. I think Max might get him again, and he has. 5.1 for Lando. While it wasn't a good double stack, it did need to be done. Because at the end of the day, they would have lost more time than 3 seconds. Lando will be fuming about that. But who won't be is Oscar. Because at the end of the day, they're coming out into traffic and Oscar is still leading this race. Oscar is absolutely cooking. This is Oscar Piastri dominance with Bohr fans sort of moment. There you go. Max is stuck behind Albon. But Albon isn't in no position to cede this position because he is in this race. Kicking up the spray on Max Verstappen. Max is going to have an audacious move here, I reckon. Because he'll think, wait, is that blue flags? Are they showing blue flags? Or is that just the wet symbol? They better not be showing blue flags, because that's absolutely wrong. Oh my god, Albon brushing out incredibly wide, and it has kind of messed up Max, but Lando now is going to be trying to get past before they get into cops. There we go, let's have a look. Oh, on the exit of cops, can he get him into maggots? I don't know if he can. Oh, if he tries it, he might throw away this championship. You've got to be patient. I know you're seeing Max drive off into the distance, but this is a championship battle. Here we go. He'll get him on the exit. Albon's obviously coming in. Lando will get him on the exit here. There goes Alex. You can see that one coming. That was telegraphed from a mile away. And there goes Lando. He has lost 2 seconds to Max. He will be upset about that. But Oscar is 10 seconds up the road from Max Verstappen. Albon coming in now at the end of this lap. Lando is not happy about that. 10 minutes of rain expected. So that is going to be about 5 or 6 laps. Stroll 6th. Yeah. 5th now as well, actually. Don't chat to me. My boy, Lance. Have that. Everyone doubts him, but these are his conditions. This is the thing. Lance is talented. The mindset, he can let himself down at times, but he's talented. The front left didn't want to come off. That's a problem. I love Lance as well. He's a lovely lad. And he's up in a P4. Lads, Lance Stroll's up into P4. He's all over Hulkenberg. Mate, he's cooking. He's absolutely cooking. Rain intensity is increasing too. Oh my goodness. Oh wow. Lance Stroll P4. If anything happens up the front, Lance is ending up on the podium. Come on, Lance. Don't doubt him. It's full wets. Holy moly, these conditions, they're going to have to box for full wets. Anyone who's just pit now for a new set of inters, they might be kicking themselves here, though they might want to just see this off, because if they can see this out, then they don't have to box another time. And Lando Norris is really, really brave to be going right up over the back of Max's gearbox there, which definitely wets, absolutely. And look how much better that McLaren is at dealing with these conditions than the Red Bull. This is Oscar Piastri's race to lose now. Oscar Piastri is absolutely cooking right now. He's 14 seconds up the road, or thereabouts. The Red Bull does not have enough downforce in these conditions. Their setup is very, very interesting. You guys are slightly ahead of me, so maybe save your reactions for about half a second before you send them through. Kiyu, you were kind of accidentally spoiling this for me, but that's okay. If we can just hold our reactions for half a second, I would love that, because I'll tell you when the safety car is and you can see the difference. Let's have a look. Safety car, there we go. This is unbelievable conditions. Yeah, it has to be done. Safety car due to the conditions. Wow. Not a bad... No, you're a good Q. That is more than okay. We have got a safety car now because of the conditions. There was... I'm actually quite upset about this because Oscar is cooking and he's just had his 13 second gap taken away from him. Yeah, he'll be upset about that. Oscar's fuming. Stroll is cooking. I do worry about the restart though, because Stroll had a nice cushion. But Stroll has got the pace in these conditions. So, oh well. He got Lewis getting overtaken by the Haas of Ocon there is interesting. What is Lance cooking? Lance is good in these conditions. He's a talented driver. Don't doubt him. Oh, Leclerc's gone right over the gravel. Oh, Leclerc's got water in his visor. Interesting. Interesting. You hope Alonso can go up too? Me too. But Lance Stroll, ladies and gentlemen, has a very decent shot at the podium here, though. I do worry about his restarts. I think Lance is the sort of guy that when he gets into a groove, especially in these conditions, he doth cook. But the restart could be problematic under that safety car. It's the sort of thing where he might get too excited about getting that podium, and I think he might try and push it a little bit too early on to try and overtake once this safety car ends. And there is a problem, you see. We can't be allowing that. We need Lance to make sure he stays locked in and doesn't make any major issues, you see. Hopefully, he's cooking well. Fareed Khalifa, welcome along. Everybody, welcome to the live stream. We have the British Grand Prix right now, and we have a safety car because it is too wet out on track. There is a lot going on right now. Welcome. Welcome. Nobody tell him he's fourth. I won't tell him if you don't tell him. How's that sound? Francesca, thanks for the follow. And Lacroix, hey, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome along. Stroll started 17th and he's currently P4. This is very, very good news. The rain is ending in 4 minutes, they say. Does that mean that they're going to come in again soon or something? I don't know. Alonso's 10th. Interesting. Well, Leclerc and Antonelli will be the ones that are most short-handed right now, obviously P14 and P15 respectively. They'll be upset, but it's okay. Piastri even also, he'll be quite upset. Verstappen will be relieved because he's not great. Sorry, not he's not great. He's great in these conditions. That Red Bull is not a fan of these conditions right now. The McLaren is so dominant in these conditions. So Max is safe. He's feeling calm right now. Cat. Welcome. What happened to Leclerc, Verstappen, Hamilton, and Stroll? Well, wet. As you can see, it's wet, which means there's a lot of changes with the tyres. And if you have a look here, up above, you can see the tyre choices. So Stroll put on some softs for 4 laps and then jumped on the inters just before the other people in front of him did. And they cooked. Verstappen wasn't so strong in these conditions. Maggie, welcome. Thank you for the follow. Samuel, thank you for the follow. Talia, thank you for the follow. Welcome, everybody. Wrong Anger, welcome along to the Twitch stream. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're watching on TikTok right now as well, by the way, if you want to watch it in full screen and have even more information and data to look at on your screen, head over to twitch.tv/EthanWoodyF1 or youtube.com. Either or. They both have full screen landscape, of course, but more information on the screens as well, if that's what you're into. Otherwise, stay around here. This is going to be one hell of a race. We've still got the safety car on lap 15. We've been told that a few minutes until the rain starts to ease off. If you can see right now on your screens at home, there is less apparent rainfall. However, the track is so unbelievably wet. What happened to Charles? Well, just wrong strategy calls. So they started on the mediums. Not good. And then, so on the formation lap, they boxed, came in, he put mediums on, and then put the inters on. He tried to see out that entire first phase on the mediums, but it was just kept falling off, and it was just the wrong strategy call. But, you know, Hamilton made the same call. So not Hamilton, so Russell and Antonelli made the same call, which is why they're also back there. But, hey, it is what it is. Lacroix, welcome along to Twitch. It's good to have you here, my friend. Alonso. So yeah, Ocon is on his original inters, by the way, guys. So he will be absolutely cooked. Safety car is right now out because of the rain. Yes, so it was raining too heavy. So they brought the safety car out because it was very borderline, like the end. Well, that is the Ferrari strategy for you. Yeah, I don't know, because Mercedes also made the same strategy with both of their drivers. So, you know, what do you have? We've got Felicity Jones there with Aston Martin. We love Aston Martin, guys, don't we? Don't we, guys? But yeah, why is Lance fourth? Because he is goated in these conditions, and don't chat to me. Everyone tries to diss my boy Lance, but he is talented. He is a good driver. He doesn't lock in as much. You know what I mean? You know how it's a very common phrase that we use nowadays. Is, you know, lock in, lock in. I feel like Lance doesn't lock in, but when he does lock in, he's a phenomenal driver. I was about to use some colourful language there, but he is incredibly good in these conditions particularly. And when the strategy falls his way in terms of making the right calls, starting on the inters, going to the softs for a few laps, and then going back onto the inters, he's cooked. He's absolutely cooked. I mean, you look at Alonso, they split the strategies between Alonso and Stroll. Stroll, okay, they gave him the riskier strategy by putting the softs on for a bit and then the inters again. But it's worked out, hasn't it? They have played to perfection right now. Turkey 2020 proves that he is the Stroll, the rain goat. Yes, he absolutely is. A Norris crash for a Lance podium. Can you imagine a Norris-Verstappen collision for a Lance P2 and then a Lance battle for the win? Now, that would be something special. Aussie Kingslayer, welcome along to the Twitch stream. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're watching on TikTok right now and you want to watch in landscape, full-on landscape, HD, see my face all right up in your screen, head over to twitch.tv/EthanWoodieF1 and you guys can join us over there. Lance Stroll is a machine. Don't at me. So you can see people trying to get some temps into their tyres. When you watch people putting in such full lock through corners under such slow speeds, naturally it's not going to turn that much. They know that it's going to understeer, but it's deliberate understeer to get temperature into the tyres. Natural understeer, you know, you're leaning too much on the tyre and you're going to be you're putting so much pressure on it and it's going to keep going out because you're leaning on it. But that is deliberate when trying to warm up the tyres, especially in these conditions when it's literally the only thing you can do because you just can't weave. So you need to get it in slow speed, crank some lean onto it and just try and like, come on, let's get you up to speed. I know you guys are glad that I animated that for you. You're welcome. But when you're watching the full lock through the slow corners, that's what they're doing. You want Lewis to win? Well, you know what? I think everyone wouldn't mind seeing that. I will say, though, it's unlikely, but it's not impossible. We've got Lance Stroll in P4, Hülkenberg in P5, Gasly in P6. Hülkenberg has had back-to-back stormers so far. Obviously, he started P17, right? Or P19. P19 to P5 and P17, and P18, sorry, to P4. Or no, P17 to P4. I was right. Praying about the restart. We need Lance to not get screwed up on the restart by other people or by himself. He needs to just focus and not get too caught up in trying to chase down the McLaren in front of him. As much as I'd love for Lance to make up some positions early on in that restart, he needs to just bide his time. You know, those McLarens are ridiculously quick in these conditions. Oscar's obviously going to pull off, hopefully. He could make a mistake, but hopefully Oscar should pull off. Max will struggle more again because of these conditions not favouring his car. Safety car is ending, by the way, so we're going to have a regular safety car restart on the final corner. Those wet tyres are going to waste. You mean the blue striped full wet tyres, extreme wets? Absolutely they are. They're not raceable. So they literally made the decision of, instead going to the full wets, of staying on the inters and forcing the hand of the FIA to pull out the safety car instead. Is it possible for Max to get fastest lap? It all depends on conditions. They're not going to get the fastest lap here. They're going to get the fastest lap in the softs, right? Or the slicks towards the end of the race when this does dry up. As you can see, there is still a fair bit of water, hella standing water. We're on board right now with George Russell. We can see that they're weaving to try and get some temps. Oscar has he gone already? He has got going. Heading into the final corner. No overtaking to the final corner. Let's watch Lance. Does he get away clean? As long as he can get the power down on the exit, the final corner, and keep it planted, keep it in a straight line, that's all I care about. Let's see how we go. What do we actually have the heavy wets for? Apparently nothing these days. Look at that spray. That is absolutely diabolical. And Oscar's just going to pull away here. The advantage of being in front right now is crazy. Tori, what app am I watching on? Oh, George Russell gets past Hamilton. We can't see anything. This is contentious. This is incredibly interesting. We're going to see a move now. We've got... Is that George? Or Hamilton going for a double overtake, it looks like. Around the outside. Ocon is incredibly slow. He's made the right choice to go for that move and caught George Russell off guard as well. Stroll hasn't made a mistake. He's fine. Piastri's pulling away, but Verstappen actually is also pulling away from Lando Norris. That spray is just unbelievable. Charles Leclerc all over the back of Yuki Tsunoda. I'd love to see if there's a move happening, but we won't see it right until the end. Alonso just trying to get a little bit out the spray. Leclerc's going for it. There's going to be contact here. Tsunoda doesn't know he's there. Tsunoda's had to pull out, and that's going to leave him very vulnerable once again to Antonelli behind. Watch this. Antonelli's going to be all over Tsunoda now, heading through. Will this be Lance's first win if he pulls it off? It will be his first win. He's got pole before. He's had podiums. He has not won a race. We're seeing a no. Cool. Wait. I don't want to read it. So Oscar Piastri is 2 seconds clear of Verstappen. Lando Norris is 2 seconds further back behind him. On board now, we're looking through cops. Sorry, off in cops. Yellow flag. Someone's gone off. Who is that? Is that Antonelli? That looks like... Oh, Hadjar, is it? Oh, it's Hadjar. Okay, heading into cops. It looks like there might have been contact because Antonelli... Oh, that's a bad hit. What has happened there? He just didn't make it into cops. He might have aquaplaned. He's dropped it on the way into cops. He's in the furthest corner possible. Wow. Wow. Is he okay? He is okay. That was a large impact, though. And that is both Racing Bulls now out of this race. Are we going to get a Stroll win before GTA 6? Well, I wouldn't count it out. It's not likely, though. Under safety car, Ocon is coming in. He's done okay there, to be honest. He's actually done quite alright. He probably will still come out dead last, though. Oh, no, not quite. Not quite. I think Hadjar might have just dropped it. Missed... Did he... I think Hadjar has just locked up, I think, going heavy into cops. If you miss your braking point in these conditions, he did hit Antonelli. Okay, never mind. I was right to believe that. Yeah. Okay. This is a major impact. He'll probably need to go... I'd like to see... Here we go, we've got a replay now. So you can't even see anything with the onboard camera. So you just can't see anything. Oh, he's just rear-ended Antonelli. You've got to feel for him. Yeah, that's just the visibility issues, that. You've got to feel for both of them. Antonelli's got quite unlucky there. Kimi's done very well to keep that out the gravel. Does he? You got a question though. He's probably got rear diffuser damage though, doesn't he, Antonelli? That you know. Oh, hang on a minute. There's a tear off there in Hamilton's rear wing. Look how much water there is. This is ridiculous. George Russell's move on Hamilton there was ridiculous as well. Like, here we go. Look at that. That's beautiful. It just opened up. He just kept out the spray. Mate, that was beautiful. Poor Isaac, yeah. I do feel bad for him. Isaac, he's a good kid. He's a good kid. He's had a real big maturity change this year. Because through the junior categories, I know, not from my own experience, but from reports, he was notoriously difficult to work with. And I think, you know, he's matured quite quick. And he's really come into his own this year so far. And I think he's very talented and all the best. Leclerc's crashing out on the radio right now. Let's have a look. We've got the radios down here. We need to work, maybe sit down after the race, but all the different displays, I have like different info, and the brake always changes position. I have no idea where the brake is now. So guys, if you're on TikTok right now, if you want to see all of the radios coming through, we do actually have those on the on Twitch. You can see the radio transcriptions on my Twitch. If you guys want to go head over there, you'll see them as they're coming in. So, any updates on the car? Nothing we can see is the news for Kimi Antonelli. Interesting. Oscar is getting sick of this, I'm sure. Oscar's in a position here where he just wants to be taking off. Oscar has the pace right now, and he just wants to pull off. He's getting impatient, but that's really the way it is, right? In these conditions, whoever's in P1 is very much at an advantage. I mean, you see how bad that spray is, and he's not getting any of it. So you've got to feel for him, but also he has got it made in the shade in some degree. So you know. Hamilton now up to P7. Gasly, Hulkenberg, and Stroll are the next cars. You'd have to say that he is a favourable car there. If it starts to rain any worse, safety car will be required, is what's being said, and I don't disagree. It is a shame, right? but the game's the game. There's just not enough grip. So yeah, they're going to investigate the Hadjar-Antonelli collision after the race, but I think it's pretty clear to see what happened. Hadjar rammed into the back of him, not deliberately. Clearly, he couldn't see anything. So ironically, not clearly, if you get me. But yeah, you got to feel bad. Yeah, the situation just is what it is, really. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're watching along on TikTok right now, first of all, welcome. Hang on, Piastri Radio. Oh, there's a bit of debris there. Yeah, the track is full wet condition. It has been an amazing race so far. There's a lot going on right now. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, if you're on TikTok, make sure you hit that follow button. We go live for every F1 race and show you all the best, give you all the best commentary. If something's happening, you'll hear it from me. I've got expert analysis, you know how it be. Crofty's protege, some would call it. I do say that like deliberately too. I do know him. I've learned from him over the years quite a lot. Can Alonso regain his lost positions? Absolutely. This race is far from over. 31 laps left to go. I am Brody. I am an expert, and you know it. Do you ever go live with other people? I do. I do go live with other people. Yep. Ethan on F1 commentary when? Yeah, well, time will tell. Probably not Sky Sports anytime soon. But give it time. Give it time. Anyone know good streams? KO Sport is the best place to go in Australia. They are the I think the leading F1 stream provider, broadcaster in Australia. So if that's where you're at, hit up KO Sport. Absolutely. You get the Sky stream coming through there. Yeah. Does my girlfriend like F1? Funny that I don't have a girlfriend right now. Believe it or not. What about, like, free streams? You see, unfortunately, those are illegal. I'm sure you can find some, but I don't advocate it, because it's against the law, sure, but also, there's lots of viruses out there, and so you just gotta be careful what you're clicking on. But, you know, go crazy. You stream East. Interesting. What did Ferrari do to the car? It was performing way better yesterday. Yes, it was. Notice how this isn't the same conditions as yesterday. So you're looking at a very, very wet and changing track compared to yesterday. So if you compare Max Verstappen from today to yesterday, Max is lucky to still be P2. Norris has been absolutely cooking on him. But you know, he's managed to keep it now that it's been super big spray. But, yeah, it's just the conditions, right? And the strategy hasn't been phenomenal from Ferrari. I mean, to be completely fair, Hamilton's not had it that wrong. I mean, he's done the same thing as Hülkenberg, Gasly, Alonso. You know, he's not actually done anything crazy. But, yeah. So safety car is ending, by the way, guys. Here we go. Piastri has launched incredibly early. Oh, Max has spun out! Max has spun out! Max has spun out on safety car restart, lads! He's off! He's off! Oh my god! Max has spun under safety car restart! That's so uncharacteristic! Holy moly! Oh, he's gonna have to lock in now. That is really, really difficult to, like, get back focused. I know for sure that I'd put it straight in the wall straight away. And Lance is on the podium! Lance is on the podium! Lance is on the podium! I'm gonna cry! I'm gonna cry! Come on, Lance! Come on! Oh! Please! Please! Piastri got noted for a safety car infringement. You're kidding me. The Red Bull cannot do these conditions, man. Alex is up. Max is out of the points. On pace. I mean, he spun, yeah, but like, you know, it's just, you know, it's an issue with the car. Max might take out Alex out here accidentally, going down the inside. This is going to be understeer city. No, he's managed it. He has managed it. That was a good move from Max. That was a good move from Max. I wasn't saying he was going to deliberately take him out. We've got yellow flags again. Behrman's off. But we've got green flags straight away. Behrman's cut the corner. Watch the re-entry. Oh, that's very close to his teammate coming back onto the track there. He's done well to keep it. Wow. Mate. Mate. That's crazy. What's Oscar doing? Look, Max. I mean, it is Oscar's. Oscar does have the right to do that, I'm pretty sure. No? So, if. Oh, that's so unlucky for Max. You've got to feel for him. Oh, dear. It just. Because Oscar got that start, he pulled off quickly because of what had happened. And then Max just tried to get the power down too early and spun out. Did Sonoda hit the back of Behrman there? It looked incredibly quick of a spin. Guys, Lance might be provisional P2 right now. This is very interesting. He is falling off of the McLarens, and I said it would happen. But provisional P2. If Piastri, that's with the suspicion that Piastri might get in trouble. Antonelli retiring the car, I think he has got rid of futures of damage, and probably floor damage also. That's just not going to be drivable. Antonelli is out of this race, ladies and gentlemen. We've only got 15 drivers left. That's a quarter of the grid are now gone. Piastri has got safety car infringement under investigation, meaning Lando Norris is currently probably licking his lips. Deo, thank you very much for the follow. Max is P10. Stroll, P3 right now. And honestly, he's in the box seat, I think, for a solid podium finish here. Because the closest of the top cars is Hamilton and Russell, who don't really seem to be cooking all that much. How about that? Don't doubt my team. I mean, what? I didn't say that. I didn't say anything. I didn't say anything. Lando has a shot now, absolutely. If Piastri does get an infringement and penalty, he'll be absolutely fried. But what sort of penalty are we talking? A drive-through? Generally, safety car infringements, isn't that cause for drive-through? Interesting. Hulkenberg can absolutely get a podium here, yeah. I really do hope that Piastri does not get any infringement here. This would be my perfect podium. Piastri win and Stroll on the podium is absolutely beautiful. I wouldn't mind a Stroll win, though, if the McLarens come together. I'm not praying for anything, because I want Piastri to win the championship, and I don't ever want anything bad to happen to anyone. But is there a chance that Stroll wins this? Yeah, so guys, Max spun on safety car restart and dropped right back. Hamilton will win. I mean, they got decent pace right now, but it's a matter of passing, and in these conditions, it's incredibly hard. Yeah, so Verstappen spun on a safety car restart. How about it? Wow, so Gasly now holding up Hamilton and Russell, and I hope he continues to do that, because we need to have that buffer between them and Stroll. Please. Please. Come on, Gasly, do your thing. 50-1, Stroll, what, to win the race? What would Stroll, if anyone put a podium, like, if everyone put money on Stroll to get a podium before the race, Hamilton's off, George is getting past, there we go. Ava, thank you for the follow, welcome. Yeah, Lewis went off here, heading into cops there. I really want to hear from the FIA, because Piastri safety car infringement looming over my head right now is really going to upset me. Oh dear. Oh dear. Aston Martin P3, have that. Have that. Don't let me show my true colours or anything, but I do indeed have this right here. Ten-second penalty for Piastri. That's rough. Oscar's got 10-second penalty, lads. That's rough. Lando Norris is winning. Lando Norris is winning. Stroll is provisional P2. Come on, lads! Come on! Come on! Oh my god, lads. This is ridiculous. Mate. This is ridiculous. Oscar needs to pull away a lot. Mate. So Oscar has a 10-second penalty now, guys. What happened to Max? Max spun on the safety car restart. That was crazy work. So okay, this is probably gonna change. Did he deserve the penalty? Well, depends on how strict you want to adhere to the regulations and your interpretation of the rules and stuff. They decided that he had like slowed down too slow under safety car restart. Because Max, like got essentially brake checked. I don't know. I don't know. Is that why Max spun out? No, Max didn't spin out because of that. Max spun out after that. But anyway. Yeah. But Piastri has already pulled another 9/10 on Norris since that penalty, so hopefully he can still manage this to be a 10-second gap. I'm just listening to the radios right now, sorry. Or the commentary. Lewis, though, on the move on Russell. He's going for it towards Cops. No, not again. Oh, wait, no, that's not Cops. I don't know why I keep getting sent by that every single time. Have they redone the curbs or something? I think I'm tripping. What happened to Max? He spun on safety car restart, guys. Yikes. Lando Norris radio. 10-second penalty. Oh, true, because Oscar's going to serve his penalty, which means that Oscar's going to have the favourable pit for when the changeover is. That's true, so the 10 seconds on Lando won't be as influential. So it is not raining still, but it is wet still. Or maybe if it is raining, it's very marginal. It is drying up progressively, very slowly. So he will serve his penalty when he comes into pit, which is when it will dry up. And I don't know how wet it is. But look, we'll see. Sonoda has a 10-second penalty for bumping into Behrman. Max spun on safety car restart. Currently, we've got Lance Stroll in P3. I'm very chuffed with this. And let me just quickly... How do I... Am I stupid? Hang on a minute, what's going on? There we go. Alright. We're fixed now. So Kimi retired. He got hit in the back by Isak Hadjar on heading into Cops. But yeah, ignore Stroll for a minute. Hulkenberg podium. It is possible. Here we go. Piastri's response. Yeah, no response from Piastri. They were just sharing the information that you do have a penalty. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're on TikTok right now and you want to watch full screen and also see those radios as they're coming through, head over to twitch.tv/EthanWoodyF1. What happened to Leclerc? Strategy call. Went mediums at the start. When will he take his penalty? So, guys, he'll take his penalty when he pits Verstappen radio. He says, I can't even stay with them, I'm so slow. I told you the Red Bulls are cooked. In this weather, they're not great. So, look how much spray there is. So, it's still going to be a while till we see a crossover. But Piastri will serve his penalty when he comes into pit, which is at the crossover point to slick tyres. And when he will pit, will ideally be on the optimal lap, meaning that Lando will have to pit 1 lap later, which will be the not optimal lap. Unlucky for Tsunoda that, to be honest. There you go. What happened to Max? Is that what you mean? He's spot on safety car restart. Hamilton's going for it around the outside of Pierre Gasly. Ooh! He's given it a whirl heading through Stowe. Unable to do it on this time. Heading through the final corners now. I like this little graphic we've got, seeing the racing lines that they're using. Yeah, exactly wrong, Anger. It just took away. Ferrari make me question life. Well, Hamilton's still on here for a decent result, so don't get too disappointed. We still have a turnover period in this race where it will go dry again. It should at least go dry again. And even if it doesn't, we're going to see it get drier, and then whatever. Will Stroll pit, actually? Well, what do you mean by that? He's on the same like lap time, like life as the everyone else around him. He's optimal right now. Why would he pit? Unless, I mean, Piastri, will only serve it if he does pit. Like, if he doesn't pit, it's just plus 10 seconds after the race. Will he pit again? It depends on if they... It will depend on if they need to switch over to dries again. So it's the same as everyone else. If he does pit again, it will be because it's the best option. You know what I mean? It's not gonna... No one has to pit again. In these conditions, you actually don't need to do any pit stops. What happened to Max? He spun on safety car restart, my boy. Yeah, unlucky. It's uncharacteristic for Max. But Lance Stroll is currently P3. Lewis is now going down the inside of Pierre Gasly into the Val chicane. He's done all right. He's going to struggle to get back across the racing line, though, on the exit, but he's done all right. Has Albon escaped home race curse? For now. Yes, he has. For now. Sainz is also P9. I mean, Albon obviously isn't British. I mean, you're talking about Williams. Sainz is in the points right now. Does anyone know the website name for this up here? This is F1 TV multi-viewer. Opinions on Max joining Mercedes? Unlikely. Very unlikely. Come on, Lance. Lance Stroll is P3 because of strategy call and raw talent. Raw talent, my guy. He's built different, man. He's built different. The Aston strategy was cooking. Absolutely, it has cooked. It came, it saw, and it has conquered. Logan, thank you very much for the follow. Aurel, thank you for the follow. I'm gonna Max. Why is he P10? He spun on safety car restart. In the wet conditions, he was trying to get the power down too early, as we're seeing George come through Stowe. It was on the exit of Stowe. He dropped it. Piastri is a 10-second penalty for infringement on safety car restart, believed to have slowed down too aggressively on the restart and made Max go past him. It was like brake checking, essentially. Lance Stroll is cooking. Yeah, baby. It's still quite wet out there. There are a lot of dry lines starting to form. But as we know, this is the sort of track where it's very different throughout the lap as it starts to dry up. rain obviously drops certain areas first, and then dries up quicker in other areas. One, because of where obviously it stops raining first, but two, because of just the natural lines, speed of corners, etc. You know what I mean? It just does. I don't have to explain water to you. Maybe it's the water. You know what I mean? But Lance Stroll is gonna have to fight this one with Hulkenberg, but that does open up the option for Hamilton. Look, I'm gonna be honest, guys. Will this race get half points? No. No, no, no. Has nothing to do with laps behind a safety car. Unless I'm wrong. It's total laps completed. As long as it's done within the right time frame. Obviously, there's like a total lap time if they didn't make it to the end of the race, essentially. So Piastri's are less than 3 seconds ahead now. Hulkenberg's looking stronger than Stroll right now, which is not music to my ears. Not good, in my opinion. You thought it was racing laps. I do not believe so. Well, racing laps are included under the safety car. Oh, no, not. But in terms of that regulation, I think that it is just laps completed. Maybe I'm wrong. I'd love to know. Tell me. Tell me what you think it is. I could be wrong, but I don't believe that there will be anything to do with points. Yeah. Stroll radio. Track's starting to dry. Temps are coming back up. So try and keep your tires cool, my friend. What is this on? So this up here is multi-viewer through F1 TV subscription. You have to pay for that. But you can watch the F1 live in Australia on KO Sport. If you want to head over to kosport.com, go right ahead, my guys. That is the place to be. Could Lance close the gap to Norris if it starts raining again? Close the gap? Maybe. Catch up? No. You know, it's unlikely. So you can see Lance is now going to try and find that water to cool off his tyres, which is going to have to do. Hulkenberg's all over the back of him. You've got to also consider the fact that slipstream is now going to start taking more of an effect. I think Hulkenberg ends up with his podium here, and I might have to take this off. This is very interesting. Hulkenberg is going to get quite impatient here. Oh dear, come on, Lance. Come on. You've got this, mate. Keep pushing, keep pushing. If Hulkenberg gets a podium, I will die happy. Rest in peace. I have Sauber Green back there. Oh yeah, I can't lose. I've got both people. I'm supporting everyone. There's no losses, no losses. Come on, Lance. Piastri radio. It's driving, but very slowly. Oh, drying. Still not close to slicks. Yep. To be expected. Hamilton podium, I do actually think it's going to happen. I can't believe it. I think it is going to happen. Because Stroll and Hulkenberg are probably going to be battling and slow. And so Hamilton, he'll catch and he'll take advantage. And then when it does tick over to being dry towards the end of the race, he shall be quicker too. On board with George taking off his tear off. He's going to go for a move now on Pierre Gasly. He'll try and send it to the inside if he can. There we go. He's going to get a nice exit. Oh, he's taking a very narrow entry here. I see. Not probably the wrong line. I like that from him. Low key. What happened with the rookies? Yeah, geez, I didn't even think about that. Every rookie apart from Behrman's out right now. That's crazy. Oh dear. I love that we're watching George and Gasly, but I want to be watching this here. We got Hulkenberg on the back of Stroll. Come on, Lance. Come on, mate. Verstappen still struggling. He is starting to gain, though, on signs as the wet weather starts to clear up a little bit. George on the back of Gasly. Going for a bit of a switchback line. Heading into the final corner now. He's thinking about it. He's decided against. And he's going to now be slow on the exit here. Unless Gasly really just struggles for grip. But he has got a nicer exit, as you would expect, based on that. There we go. Here we go. Hulkenberg is on the back of Stroll, and he's got slipstream and the better exit speed, I believe. Looking for the wet lines. Come on, buddy. Hamilton's right on the back of this now too, by the way, guys. So Hamilton will get the podium. I don't think Stroll or Hulkenberg get this. George going for it on Gasly again. He's going to get a nice line here, though, heading into Cops. He's actually going to get it now around the outside. It's off. The switchback line. Really good exit. There you go. There it is. George will drop some battery here, and he'll have him into Cops. He's going to turn now to the inside. Oh, they're almost making contact now. Gasly's trying to defend it. Does George try it? No, he doesn't. He knows not to. We know that line doesn't work, and he learned. Oh, DRS enabled. DRS is enabled. Stroll's screwed now. Alonso's over the back of Russell now too, and we'll have a bit of DRS now too. Interesting call with that, to be honest. Here we go. Hulkenberg's got it. Yep, that's a problem. Stroll's going to have to go for the switchback. Damn it. Stroll's cooked. Stroll's going to end P5 at least. Oh, dear. That's a shame. Oh, well, we could pray for a little bit, but my prayers have not been answered. Max is 10th because of a spin on safety car restart, unfortunately. Yeah, so Lance, we're not under safety car. We are racing and have been for a good few laps now, actually. There you go. Hamilton's going for it. There it is. Yeah. That's a shame. Unlucky. Look, it's okay. I'll still wear this with pride, to be honest. We have this underneath for when we need to, but for now we'll keep this up. Piastri is 2 seconds ahead of Lando. Lando's going to win this race because of the penalty, though. That's the thing. Piastri penalty is very upsetting. Hulkenberg's only going to be third for a little bit here. Don't you worry. Lewis will get him, and Lewis will get a podium again. Hulkenberg's not going to get it. He's not. Hulkenberg, unfortunately, doesn't have the pace on that Ferrari. Once the conditions start to come back, it's Hamilton will be vulnerable. I mean, he'll be vulnerable to Hamilton. The wet weather is the great equalizer, right? So as it dries, it's going to come back to the Ferrari. And Stroll's already 2.5 seconds off. Ah, well. You wish Daniel never left F1, Carmen? Yeah, me too, in the sense that I like Daniel. But sometimes, like a good relationship, sometimes you just need to break up. You still love each other, but it's just not working out. And it was like that, I think, with Daniel. You try and hold on to it and it becomes toxic. It's good to let go sometimes, and I think that's the situation with Daniel. Thank you for the follow, Carmen. Welcome along. It's good to have you here. For those of you that are new around here, of course, join Carmen and hit that follow button here on TikTok, but also head over to Instagram. Instagram, where it's at? It's at. Instagram is popping, guys. So head over to Insta. Trust me. And also, if you guys ever have any questions about F1 stuff, send me a DM. Ethan, what's happening with the Max Verstappen to Mercedes stuff? Well, if I'm not making a video on it, I'll reply to your message. And even if I am, I'll still reply to your message. Leclerc, that's contentious on Albon, to be honest. Hamilton will get this P3, I believe. But yeah, look, if you guys have any questions whatsoever, send me a message. Even if you just want to say hi, let's have a chat. Yeah, look. While I brought it up, Max is probably not going to go to Merc. Let's be real. So the track is starting to dry up. Has Piastri the penalty? He does. 10 seconds. Yeah. So we're getting closer to a crossover point. Not there yet. Still got quite a few laps. Yeah. The rookie drivers, Ollie Behrman, the only one left. Jimmy, welcome. Can Lewis catch Lando? Probably not. Let's be honest, guys. Probably not. No, welcome along, everyone. We are currently in lap 37 of 52 here, which means we've got 15 laps left. It's drying up here in Silverstone. But how long will we get of dry running, if any, towards the end of the race? It's going to be incredibly close. Lance is now 5.5 seconds off of Lewis Hamilton. So that is obviously a bit of a rip in the chat. I don't believe we're going to see anything special from Lance now. I mean, to be fair, like special right now is quite special. My guy is bloody P5 and absolutely cooking and absolutely deserving it as well. Hulkenberg is also currently P3, so big ups to him. Hamilton P4, he will get the podium, I do believe. And also, well done to him too. Mate, this has been a really great race so far. Not a problem with this whatsoever. I'm honestly so happy with what we're looking at right here. This is great. This is great racing. It's been incredible to watch. And I'm glad you guys are here with me. It's good stuff. But yeah, Hamilton is now about to be within DRS of Lewis Hamilton. Piastri penalty ruined the race. It has ruined it for me as well to a degree, in the sense that I am disappointed now. RB Drives, what is happening, mate? Welcome along. Cooking. Anastasia, thank you for the follow. Aviation, thank you for the follow. And if anyone else hasn't followed, make sure you do that now, because we are live for every single race. Unless it's at 4 AM and my alarm doesn't work, which it has done previously. Where is Charles? I actually don't know, man. I'm not sure. We're on lap 38 now of 52. Hamza, thank you for the follow. Izzy, thank you for the follow. Welcome along, guys. If you have any questions at all, let me know and I'll try and answer them as best I can. And we have now got a fastest lap of the race with Oscar Piastri. It's getting close to crossover point, and it's Aston Martin who are bringing in Fernando Alonso now, which I think is good because Lance is still on for a podium shout if something goes really good. Philip, thanks for the follow. So if Alonso can get in now and give some feedback quickly. Alonso's in now, mediums to the end for him. What happened to Kimi? He got damage. Hadjar went into the back of him, unfortunately. Magnussen Sol will give Hulkenberg insane defense. Yeah, hopefully. But the DRS you've got to think about. And Hamilton obviously can't follow as well through Maggots and Beckett's, but here we go. He will get the DRS. Oh, Hulkenberg sliding. Yeah, this is look, guys, this is not looking great. Hulkenberg. If Max goes to Mercedes, where would Russell go? Could be a straight swap. Could open up an opportunity for someone else to try their shot at Red Bull if they were unhappy somewhere else. So maybe an Albon. Like literally anyone else would want that Red Bull seat from any other team, really, right? Max isn't going to go anywhere, and if he does, he goes to Aston Martin, and you can take that to the bank. So Oscar is going to box first, I should hope, and serve his penalty. Let's see what happens. Russell wants to box, I believe. So Alonso has taken one for the team here. He's gone onto the dries. I don't think they're doing a whole lot of much. Russell's gambling it though. Russell is in, guys. Here we go. This will be good. George Russell into the pits now. Leclerc all over the back of Carlos Sainz. He's into P10 now again, so Leclerc has got a point as it stands, but chances are that is going to be lost really soon. When he boxes, it's not going to be kept. Russell is going to come back out, probably behind Ocon. There he goes. Where is Tsunoda? He's still off in the distance. And he passed through the pit, though, so the penalty is gone. Well, Emma, look, at the end of the day, we can just know in our heads that, all right, he's got a penalty, he's got 10 seconds. It's a bit ropey. Okay, it's like, look, Lando's going to win this race. We can just be honest there. It's kind of cooked, and the game's the game. So, what do you want? Where is Charles at? I don't know. I already read that. Never mind. What we really needed, guys, is for Piastri. Oh, by the way, Hulkenberg has pulled a second to Hamilton again. So maybe Hulkenberg's okay. Yeah, Fernando's sliding quite a lot. And then the second you get in behind the spray as well, you're screwed. Yeah. Yeah, it's not ideal. Oh, that was close from Leclerc and Carlos. Oh dear. Who is winning? Right now, Oscar is first. However, Lando is currently provisional P1 in the sense that Oscar has a 10-second penalty and is only 2 seconds ahead. So we're now down into the 1 minute. Oh my god! George Russell's off. He's into the gravel. He's kept it moving, though. Oh, my God. That was beautifully done. How has he done that? Holy crap. He's done a full 360 into the gravel and has somehow kept it straight in the gravel. How has he not lost any time? That was so smooth. Oh, jeez. George. Well, like, you have lost time, but not that much time. Wow. I'm so impressed that he kept this. So fucking throw it in, bang, lost it straight away. And then he's done 1 360, 720, catches it in the gravel and has it straight, and he's back on. Get to the you know, bit of the escape road. Okay, so Alonso's not doing well. Guys, it's not ready for the dries. The problem there as well is with Russell, it when you hit the inside curb, that is immediately an L. So look, it's not looking great there. Mercedes having a pretty poor weekend. What this has done, though, has obviously George has boxed early, and you've got Verstappen back to P7, and Leclerc, Sainz, Albon now all in the points also. Verstappen spun under safety car restart, and that was kind of it. Back down to P10 that was. It was P2 when it happened, and then P10 after. And if it's a shame, because if it wasn't for that, he would have been slow and battling with Norris, and Piastri wouldn't have a penalty. Or actually, he would have a penalty, but he might have been able to get more of a gap. But let's say then, okay, forget that. If Piastri didn't do the issue, then he would be on to win this race anyway. But obviously, Oscar did slow down. Lando has essentially won at this point. Yes, Oscar's penalty was for safety car infringement. So he slammed... When the safety car was announced to come in, he slowed down too quickly, is what they're saying. Probably because of his setup that he spun. Plays a part. The setup is making it harder for him to drive. He's slower in these conditions because of the car and the setup. He's going for the move now. He's up into P6. There you go. So he's not that slow, but he's not great in terms of pace. But the issue was a combination of cold tires, safety car restart. He just tried to step on the power a little bit too early, and easy as to drop it there. So, look, it's just a silly mistake. Things happen. Will Hulkenberg stay P3? Probably not, but it can happen. As it continues to dry up, right, Hamilton will get stronger. Here we go, Piastri radio. Keep Lando out of DRS. Okay, so Oscar's just been told, don't let Lando get DRS, because if Lando gets DRS, then they're going to tell him to switch position. So they're saying stay at a DRS so that they don't tell you to switch. Nice. Hamilton's boxing, guys. Going for the undercut. So Hamilton's been dropping off on Hulkenberg in terms of pace. He lost a second in the last couple laps, but he's deciding to go to the is it the mediums or the softs? Softs, okay. Is it dry enough, though? I don't know if it is. Red Bull's coming in, too. As is Stroll. Stroll's in. Okay, everyone's in. It's all reactive. Everyone has reacted to Hamilton there. Interesting. It's into most of the lap, though, still. Good lap for Stroll, please. A good box. Good stop, good stop, good stop, good stop. Come on, Stroll. Go, 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 go. Not great for Verstappen, which I'm not mad about. Let's see how everyone goes on the slicks here. Hulkenberg could get undercut majorly here if this strategy does work. It might not, but if it does, Stroll's now coming out. Obviously, it's wet on pit exit, but let's see how it is when they get back across to that line. Ladies and gentlemen, this is really starting to heat up. Hamilton, no grip. There's no grip. The problem is, if you go slightly offline here, you're absolutely screwed. Philip, thank you for the follow. Welcome along, everybody. We are in lap 42 or 52. We've got 10 laps to go here. This might be inters to the end. It might not, but it might. If it starts to drizzle at all, it's going to be cooked. So look at Hamilton exiting the pits. You've got straight into the wet. Moved across the left, and because you're offline, you have no grip, and he's had to cut the shear. Not cut the chicane, but he's, yeah, right into the water. That's unfortunate. So Hamilton is really cooked now, guys. Wow. Leclerc also went off, so both Ferraris all over the track, guys. So Hulkenberg actually, I think, might be... Hulkenberg is going to win this. He's going to not win this. Hulkenberg's getting his podium, guys. He has just come in, though, so he's reacting. Hulkenberg is in. Okay. Leclerc might end up with the podium here. Oh no, he's boxing. Never mind. This is interesting. So, Hulkenberg slow stop as well. Yellow flag. Yellow flag. I bet that's one of the soft runners. Yellow flag. Green flag. Who spun? Who spun? I would surely stay on the inters. Don't be Stroll. It's Stroll. It's Stroll. Has Stroll spun? Has Stroll spun? Oh no, I need to pull up my driver tracker. Oh no. I think he's okay. Stroll's into P5 again. Okay, he's fine. He's fine. Oh, is that Tsunoda across the track? Or is that Verstappen? No, that's Verstappen. Piastri's in. This is too early. I think this is too early. We need the. Oh, he's doing his penalty. Here we go. No one touch that car. Do not touch that goddamn car. Okay, go. So what we need is Lando to spin on this lap. No offense. No offense. I love you, Lando. I do. I really do. I do love you. Yellow flag. Behrman's off. Is he kept moving? He looks to be okay. Ocon as well. Ocon's off. He might be beached. Oh, he's kept it moving. He has kept both Haas's now. It's doing his pirouettes. Oh dear. So Stroll is why are you saying no Stroll? Why chat, what do you mean? Why are you saying no Stroll? Don't you dare. What? Why are you saying no Stroll? Chat. Lewis for third is on, absolutely. It's on. He's on the softs. I don't know why you'd go mediums if you had the choice. You misheard, okay. Look at that. That was synchronized. Very nice and synchronized. It's obviously not the synchronization they would want. They'd like pace, but anyway. Okay, so now Lando's in. Lando needs to have a terrible stop for Piastri to win this race. Otherwise, well played, Lando. You kept your nose clean and you've won. Here he goes. In. It was a good stop. There you go. So Lando's won this race, Piastri P2, and Hulkenberg's going to get a podium. Stroll's gone fastest, though, overall, so watch this one, ladies and gentlemen. Watch this space. He's on newer softs than Hamilton. If Hulkenberg spins, or if Hamilton catches Hulkenberg and they crash, that's Stroll. Yeah, Max is not happy with this car. Not happy. Yo, D, welcome. Thank you for the follow. Oh, Lando is sliding. What is the gap? The interval can't be 27 seconds. There you go, 6.5. Good. First time Hamilton isn't going to be in the podium. Yeah, for a while, eh? In Silverstone, that is. So Lando is going to have to get his tyres up to temps a little bit quicker. Obviously, Piastri's are warmer. So come on, Oscar. Come on. We've got 7 laps to go. There's debris on the track. Alonso now going for the move. On Alex Albon, he gets it done. Beautiful. I love it. Hamilton's gone faster. So those softs, Hamilton and Stroll, just you watch. They could be catching Hulkenberg, and if there's battling, Stroll could be in. It's gonna be. Is it dry enough? Absolutely, it's dry enough. It's not great, but it's better than the Inters. So here you go, Piastri radio. He's rapid. Oh no. Piastri's big. What? Piastri's talking about swapping back? What's he talking about? I don't understand. Hang on. Piastri's being cheeky there. Piastri's just said that if you guys don't think that my penalty was fair, let's swap back and let's race to the end. Oscar's almost lost it though, guys. That was not good. Does Nico and Hamilton have a big gap? It is 7.5 seconds. Anyone can spin still though. This is a very treacherous race still. Piastri's pushing like crazy. Lando, radio. Gap is 4.4. Come on, Oscar. We need you, man. These are your conditions, dog. What happened to Antonelli? He crashed out. Well, he was crashed out by Hadjar, unfortunately. It was in the really big spray. He couldn't see, and he missed his braking mark by a little bit, and that's all it takes in these conditions. That is all it takes. Piastri, if you can start knocking down that time, 4 seconds, it's going to need to be... It's not really going to happen, is it? It needs to be half a second a lap plus some. So without a mistake from Norris, Piastri is not going to be able to get this one done. Hulkenberg's going to win this, get a podium here, guys. Can you believe it? Leclerc on board now, replay. Probably a little off or something. Yeah, he's gone off. Oh, into the gravel, right up against it. There should be an escape road there to the left, right? Or not? It's all gravel the whole way. Oh, that's brutal. That's absolutely brutal. Rough. Yeah, that's Charles gone. Hulkenberg podium's actually on. Hamilton Ferrari made the wrong call pitting him when they did. I mean, look, he's got the pace now. Don't get me wrong. He is gaining by quite a lot. However, I don't think it's going to be a situation of catching. Maybe. If it is, brilliant. I'd love to see that. This is incredible. Hulkenberg's going to get a podium, guys. How about that? Hamilton really trying? Yeah, absolutely he's trying. He's pushing. He's got fastest lap again. Oscar is, yeah, he's fallen back into it now. So George Russell is in P10, Behrman in 11th. He'll be happy to get a point if he can. How many laps left? We've got 5 laps to go. Not many. Not many left. Lando has started to pull away now. He's done a second in the last lap. So, yeah, look, it's looking to be Lando's race to lose now. I think he'll be okay. You feel bad for Max. Well, he did spin realistically on his own accord, right? So it's kind of, you know... I feel bad for him, but it's not necessarily like he's been hard done by. It was just unfortunate. This is racing. Did you miss anything? You turned it off at 45. Oh, wow, you have missed out. Wow. Mate, Nico Hulkenberg is going to get a podium. What happened to Charles? Oh, what didn't happen to Charles? Mate, strategy wrong at the start. Mistake here and there, and it just hasn't gone their way. These are those race weekends where it can either really fall into your hands or it can absolutely go the other way. As you can see, Hulkenberg has gone from P19 to P3. Stroll's to 17th to 5th. Mate. This is mental. This is mental. Come on, Oscars. Unless Norris spins now, it's Lando's win. Lando's won, guys. Happy for Lance. P5, solid. Behrman's going to have a go at Russell here in a minute. Yeah, Piastri is probably accepting that this race is not his. Piastri radio. No team orders, 5 laps to the end. I'd like to see how Oscar is going to... Oscar should be... He'll be quite pissed, I reckon, about the penalty. And they've served it as well, so it's not like they can just take it back. Hulkenberg is cooking. Absolutely he is. Double points for Aston Martin. Yes. Come on. And a P5 no less. It could have been a podium. But it's okay. We've still got a few laps to go. Anything can happen. It's looking like Lando's going to win this race, though. Sasha, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome along, everyone, on TikTok. We've got 3 laps. I can't count. We've got 3 laps to go now. We've got a lot of people here right now tuning in for the end of this race. It has been a ridiculous race so far. If you're new around here, make sure you hit that follow button because we will be live for every race and we've got content coming out every single day as well. So head over to Instagram to follow us on Instagram. That is where it's at, Ethan Woody F1. If you want the exclusives, the behind the scenes, whatever it might be, Instagram is realistically the place to be. Can Hamilton podium? He can if a mistake is made up front. You're not going to make up 6.5 seconds in 3 laps, though, on raw pace. Next race. I don't actually know. Is it Hungary? I'm not sure. I have to double check. Mate, McLaren 1-2, of course. I'm watching it live on KO Sport. Belgium. Okay, it is Spa. Huge, 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 huge. If I remember correct. Nice. I really want Lando to win his home race, and it looks like it's going to happen, ladies and gentlemen. He's 6.5 seconds clear. Unless Lando has a big old spin now, it is his race, and Oscar finishes P2. Hulkenberg P3 is ridiculous. Lando's gone quicker again. He's done a 129.7 there. That's mental. Yeah, wow. So Hulkenberg's P3, guys. Hulkenberg's getting a podium. This is incredible scenes. How about that? Big old spin. Yeah. Oscar's penalty was for safety car infringement. He slowed down too quickly, it seemed, under safety car. Here we go. Come on, Lando. Bring it on home. Hulkenberg about to be so confused. Yeah, I know. Mate. Crazy. Come on, Lewis. Come on, Nico. Pardon me, Rach? I almost read that out. That's a wild statement. What the hell is that? You have lost the plot. Please say Hulkenberg slams into the wall. No, no, no. Hi, Rach. Addison, no thank you. Hulkenberg P3, waffle. Not from before it started. You want Hammy P3? Best of luck. It's not going to happen, though. Unless Norris bins it, Piastri, Hulkenberg bins it. Mate, Lando's going to win this race. He's got 2 laps to go still. Hulkenberg's getting P3, guys. Hulkenberg is getting P3. Standing ovations need to be had for Hulkenberg. I'd say what you want, but, man. How about that? Finally. Finally, guys. Liabi, thank you for the follow. Everyone, if you're new around here, we've got 1.5 laps to go, mate. Let me know what you're thinking so far. Obviously, Nico Hulkenberg's about to get a podium. Whew, crazy work. Hit that follow button, guys, while you're still here before the end of the race. We've got 1 lap to go now. Here we have it. Final sector for Hulkenberg. Come on. So, Verstappen actually might get Stroll here, by the way. Oh, Lance, please, be safe. Lance, please be safe. What did I say? Gasly P7. Who said Gasly P7? I know I didn't say Gasly P7, that's for damn sure. Did you say Gasly P7 yesterday? How about that? Interesting. I mean, it's not that crazy of a guess, right? But anyway. Ladies and gentlemen, Verstappen has got Lance. Damn. Pain. It's a rest in peace moment right there, my guy. Oh, rest in peace. Guys, if you're here on TikTok, we're starting the final lap now of the British Grand Prix with Lando Norris leading by 5 and a bit seconds. Hulkenberg is going to get a podium, guys. Crazy work. McLaren's going to get a 1-2. That was a really nice move from Max. Oh, Lance made a mistake. That's it. There you go. Hammy's streak is over. Yes, it is, unfortunately. Yes, it is. Hamilton has done well today, considering the cards that were dealt. He's done not too bad. It just didn't quite fall his way, unfortunately. But also, you can't knock him. It's been a good race. And, yeah, Lando is going to win this one. Oscar, disappointed, no doubt. Realistically, if it weren't for all the safety cars early on and the weather bringing in that safety car too, he would have been a good 15 seconds up the road the whole race, plus some. So you've got to feel for him. But Piastri knows it's done now. So, yeah, look. Lando Norris, mate, he's cooked. He's done incredibly well, and he's pushing even harder now as he rounds the final few corners now. He's heading through Sector 3. He's about to win his home Grand Prix, guys. How about it? Lando's waving. He's loving it. Big ups, Lando. What a legend. Lando Norris wins the British Grand Prix. How about it? Wins his home race for the first time. Beautiful. You've got to feel for Oscar, who really did deserve to be up there for the conversation of first place, but Lando cannot really be, mistaken. Well done, mate. Great win. And also, Nico Hulkenberg now, through Stowe. Lads. Get off your seats, get off your seats. Nico Hulkenberg gets a podium. What? What? That is crazy. How has the Sauber got a podium? This makes absolutely no sense. How has this happened? How has this happened? What the hell? Mate, Hulkenberg's got his podium. Oh, jeez. Anyone else crying right now? Who's cutting onions? Here goes Lando's radio too. Happy for you, Lando. Well done. Well done, Lando. Well done, Lando. Lando Norris wins the British Grand Prix, but even more impressive, it's Hulkenberg in P3, sorry, P7, P19 to P3. It's crazy. Lance Stroll did well there. Rose, thank you. Nils, thank you for the rose. Lando, soak it in, mate. How about it? Wow. Damn. What do we think, guys? What do we think? Hulkenberg podium. I want to see him. I want to see him. Here's the radio. Here we go. He's gonna cry. I love you, Nico. What a legend. He's a very nice guy, that guy. He's gained 16 positions. That's mental. That's so crazy. P19 to P3. How do you start P19 in the Sauber and finish on the podium? That is crazy work. So Gasly's got Stroll at the end too. That's a shame. Oh well. Shazza, Hulkenberg's first podium. How about it? Lando wins, guys. Lando wins. What has Sauber done? Not a whole lot. I mean, they've been focusing on improvements still, I suppose. They've brought some nice upgrades, but also Hulkenberg's just goated, right? So happy tears, man. Hulkenberg. I want to see his reaction, man. Hulkenberg's first podium, but Hamilton's streak is gone. That's okay. It's all right. We move. Hamilton did well to be up there in the conversation, you know, like considering he did quite well. Oh, baby. Well done, Oscar. Yeah, Oscar will be really disappointed after that today. Gabby Bortoletto right now is sprinting over to go celebrate with Hulkenberg, and mate, beautiful stuff. How good. Well done, Lando. There's the LN4 socials guy. Hulkenberg's done it. Ah, beautiful. Nico, 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 Nico. Adam, stop making it about you. Come on now. Oh, Nico. How good. Sauber in third. This is crazy work. Holy crap. That is incredible. Wow, wow, we were. There's Lando's mum. And Sophie Og. Big ups. Beautiful scenes. Nico. Look at him. There's no way you're getting that smile off his face. Well done, Nico. Sorry, guys. I'm just enjoying what I'm looking at here. This is beautiful. Wow. Albon finishing 8th is good as well. I mean, let's run you through what's happening. We've got Norris winning the race, obviously. Piastri second, obviously. And Hulkenberg P3. Holy crap. Then we've got Hamilton 4th. Close, but no cigar. Verstappen 5th is a shame for him. Gasly 6th, he'll be happy. Stroll 7th, while he was on maybe for a podium there. It fell away from him, but that's okay. He'll be happy. He started 17th. If you told him before the race he'd finish 7th, he'd absolutely take that. Albon in 8th, likewise for him. Alonso will be disappointed, as will Russell in P10. And outside the points, we had 5 cars in Behrman, Sainz, Ocon, Leclerc, and Tsunoda. Nico Hulkenberg's post-race conversation. Here we go. He started last because there was no one in P20. Colapinto didn't make it. Wow. God, this is beautiful. Vasseur is like, he's been historically good though, anyway. They gave Lance a good strategy. I mean, it did fall off towards the end, but he did well considering. I'm still happy for him. He had a very similar strategy to Hulkenberg. He just boxed for the dryers 1 lap too soon and put the softs on. Put the mediums on, he would have been okay, and boxed the right lap. Hulkenberg had it right. Staying out on those inters a little bit longer was the right call, and he did it, so well played. Wow. How about that, huh? Oscar Piastri now, he's disappointed. Oscar's being very respectful here in a moment of very high frustration. High respects to him. Well done. Wow, well, we were. Hulkenberg podium is wild. Well, we were. Me neither, Carmen. Me neither. Guys, thank you so much for joining us so far to this point. We're obviously going to watch the rest of the driver celebrations. If you're new around here, make sure you hit that follow button and stick around because there's plenty more content to come. Head over to Instagram as well. Hit the follow button on Insta. Hit the follow button here, and I'll see you all very soon for Spa. I believe it is next. Mate, Hulkenberg, crazy work. Very well done. He's a very talented young man. Big ups, Lando. Well done, mate. Best rookie the sport's ever seen. So stupid. It's got over 200 races. Swearing they are pissed. Oh, yeah. Leclerc so low strategy played into it. Pace plays into it. There's a lot going on. It just wasn't there. Lando did win. Lando has won the British Grand Prix for the first time ever. My favourite driver is Oscar Piastri. Lando had to put Nico Hulkenberg's helmet in the right spot because he doesn't know what he's doing. Bless him. I disagree with you. Piastri's not acting like a child. Piastri is very calmly talking about his situation, which I think he has a pretty fair case. He broke the rules, but it was very borderline. Correct. He broke the rules, but it wasn't like you can break the rules, but it be close and still be upset about the fact that it was a rule break because it was so close and unfortunate timing. He's just expressing the fact that he's upset about it. If you think this is bad, that's wild. Oscar is simply expressing what he thinks happened and the fact that he's disappointed because it was unlucky that he happened to brake under safety car. He broke the rules. He got the 10-second penalty. He's upset about it. That makes sense. People say that Piastri has no personality, and then he's showing that he's upset about something, not badly whatsoever, and people are complaining. Shut up. Oscar Piastri P2, Lando wins the race, but Hulkenberg P3, that is the big highlight. Holy crap. Well played, mate. He's finally there. Well played. There we go. No, I'm not. I'm not. Obviously, I'm not being sensitive. The fact of the matter is that I call it as it is, no matter what it is. Oscar is expressing his opinion, which is fair. There's nothing wrong with what he's doing. That is the most calm way that someone can be upset. That is so calm. He's not done anything wrong, man. National anthem of the United Kingdom, and we'll only hear it once, of course, because obviously it is played for both Lando and McLaren, even though McLaren is initially a New Zealand team, or New Zealand founded. But their whole F1 team career has been in the UK, so do that what you will. Lando deserves the win there today. Of course, he kept it clean. He did nothing wrong. Fortunate. I mean, the seas did part for him, literally. But look, well in. He's won his home Grand Prix for the first time, and all power to him. The bottom five crashes, yes. So, well, Colapinto didn't start. Lawson didn't make it past the first lap. Bortoleto did. Hajar crashed into Antonelli, and that was that. There we go. Well done, Lando. Well done, mate. He got a Lego trophy too. Well played. He'll break that. There you go. Constructor's trophy is so sick. The P2 trophy is beautiful too. That's a Lego one. Where's the real one? Oh wait, the actual trophies are just Lego. Hulkenberg has got one trophy, and it's fucking Lego. Oh, bless him. Like, it's a cool trophy, but realistically, this might be the only trophy he ever gets, and it's Lego. Bless him, man. Oh, Nico. Nico looks so confused. Did you see him holding that up? He's got one trophy in his life, and it's Lego. He'll be like, I could fucking build this myself. I mean, he'll take it, no doubt, but he's a bit confused. He's like, I thought this was meant to be shiny in that, but no, that's a very cool trophy. But yes, funny that Hulkenberg's only trophy is made of Lego. Ladies and gentlemen, that do be the end of the stream for tonight. Thank you so much for tuning in, mate. That was a very eventful race. We got Hulkenberg on P3, Lando Norris P2, and sorry, Oscar Piastri P2. Lando Norris wins the race. I appreciate you all coming, and I'm gonna run off because man's got to pee. So I'm going to dash. Thank you all so much for watching tonight. It's been an absolute pleasure, and I look forward to seeing you all again very soon for the next race. Piastri robbed. Piastri unfortunate. Robbed is not a terminology I think we should use. Did he break the rules? Look, the FIA, they apply the rules. If he was deemed to slow down erratically, based on the fact that the safety car was confirmed coming in at the time just before he broke, that's chill. The game's the game at the end of the day. It's wildly unlucky. Like, realistically, he should have won the race based on pace, and obviously if you didn't have all the safety cars before, he would have won the race. But that's not how it works. F1 is all up and down. And as much as I would have liked to see Piastri win, Lando won, because guess what? Lando deserved to win. What I think about Lewis Hamilton's race, Lewis had a good race. Realistically, he did the best he could. He did the best he could there, and at the end of the day, the game do be the game. He didn't do anything wrong. He's done all right. He's done all right there. No problems with that. Team Hulkenberg getting drunk today, I think that is a very, very safe shout. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning in for the British Grand Prix. Lando Norris is your winner, Piastri P2, and Hulkenberg gets his first podium. That was a very eventful race. Could Stroll have got a podium? Yes, I would love to see it. But it didn't happen today. Maybe next time. And you know what? I shall catch you all very soon. Make sure to like and subscribe. Hit that follow button. And I'll see you all very shortly. Take care, guys.